And you said Black unemployment is at the all-time low. People have jobs. People our businesses are growing. And now they snatched it away from us. If we're up to them, they'd keep the economy closed until November, right? And then everyone went nuts. And I think that's I think that just you standing there with the microphone was a great theme of what the day was about. So I'd like to capitalize on that point. So you say you have a small business. Are you closed down? Or are you still working?
No, because I work from home anyway.
Okay.
So the economy being shut down didn't affect me working and making money.
Right. And what did
it did affect the momentum of my clients, because my clients obviously are working. And so as long as they're working, I'm making money. If they're not working, it kind of slows down my business. So, I mean, I'm still making money, but it has slowed down.
Roger that. Oh, I hear that. Have you ever done anything like that before? You ever stand up with a microphone and shout to a crowd of 50 people?
Actually, yeah, I used to. I ran for state legislator when I was back in Maine as a Republican in Belfast, Maine. Lost miserably because it's a blue state.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but I went to the Young Black Leaders Summit.
Okay.
The first one that Candace Owens did.
Oh, she's on my list.
There. Yeah, and I did the interview. It's on Vice. Black conservatives versus Black liberals. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Nope.
So I've been pretty.
Okay, so this is your thing.
Political issues.
Yes. Yeah, awesome. I could tell. You look very comfortable up there.
Yeah, I am.
I used to do student government, and I used to do public speaking, and now I've developed a lisp and a stutter. It's awesome.
Okay, that's good.
You did look comfortable. Okay. Let's see what I got here. So yes. So this movement is going to need leadership. So what I saw there was we showed up with I didn't show up with anybody. I showed up by myself. I heard it was going.
Yeah.
I saw there were a couple different groups there trying to pull people in different directions. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I think we're going to need some kind of leadership here. Do you have anyone that you look up to? I know we mentioned Candace Owens again. That myself and my fiance, we are very much in tune with her. Is she someone that you look up for leadership, or is there anyone else? And what would you do if you were in a leadership position here? And is that what you're hoping to be?
To be honest with you, no, I don't look at Candace Owens as my leader or leadership. I see her as a voice, and I'm grateful for her voice. My leadership, to be honest with you, is Jesus Christ.
Okay.
He's my standard, and he's who I look up to. And if Jesus Christ was on this phone with me, he would tell you he was also a Christian conservative. His values are conservative. He's so that's the standard. That's my leadership. But I will say, under his leadership, I do see. If I could pick a person that I do see as a leader, I would say Trump.
Well, good. Why do you say that? I'm going to pick your brain about that.
Trump. Okay. Trump is the definition of what a real leader is. Trump is he leads, but he doesn't lead over people. He really has shown his heart to serve. Being a leader, everybody thinks being a leader means just telling people what to do and having a big mouth, but yet not putting no work into it. But yet, the Bible teaches that a leader serves, and if you are a true servant, there's going to be receipts that you serve. And Trump has tremendous amounts of receipts that he has done what he said he would do. He's a fighter for his people. He's going to regulate. He's not trying to people please. He's not there to keep peace. He's there to make peace. He's there to establish a law. He represents what God made man. He represents the true nature of why God made man. And I'm not talking about man as in human. I'm also talking about male as in sex. Just what the power that even a male holds. He represents that God-given power and just in his stance.
Okay. Oh man, we are gonna ask that question live. That's good. I love it. Yeah. I make these hats, these Trump hats. I don't know if you'd be interested. I can send you one of these if you'd be interested.
Oh, I like that. It got the New Jersey.
Yeah, this is my own little.
Yeah, you can. I will wear it.
That's my own brand, so I'd love to send you one if you'd wear it.
Yeah, I will wear it on the interview. Sure, why not?
Yeah, brilliant. Let's see what we got here. This is my first interview, and you're doing great.
Thank you. Take your time, though. Don't get nervous. I'm just joking.
All right. Okay, so obviously someone like you wants the microphone, right? You have an opinion here, and you have a deep passion for this. So you're on the show because you're not the guy in the back of the room just standing there, and though they have their purpose here, your purpose is to be in front on the microphone and speaking, right? So taking this microphone, what would you say to somebody? We don't want to talk to the people who think we should stay in our houses until kingdom come. And we obviously don't need to speak to the people who are at the Capitol building. But what would you say to someone who's kind of sitting at home going, I don't really know what's going on. I know this ain't right. Maybe it's not time to move, or somebody who's kind of in the middle. Like how should I, or how should someone else speak to that person and say, yeah, look, you got to pay attention. Something's not right about this, without alienating them. How would you go about that?
Of course, I would take the approach of just, at this time, it's not the time to cradle people and baby them. I think we're past that point. Mm-hmm. I would basically tell them, you got to wake up. If a person that claims to be first and foremost a Christian, all right, is sleeping and not advancing, then you're not obeying God's law, which says his command, shall I say, Jesus said to go, and Jesus also said to occupy. So now we have Muslims and atheists who are doing our job. They're going in, they're running for these political seats. They're occupying.
Yep.
And that's why they have this staunch voice that they have now, because they're not being lazy. They're not sitting around twiddling their thumbs. This is why Samaritan Purse got kicked out, because LGBTQ was there to occupy and fight, while we are sitting at home talking about we're going to pray and fast and wait for pigs to fly before we go out and occupy. So, for me, it's like the church has represented, we've been cowardice. The church is even separated from evangelicals. I'm an evangelical Christian. You have a lot of Christians who say, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm not with those evangelicals. They've actually set themselves aside because evangelicals believe in mobilizing. And so that's why, especially in the Northeast, these liberals have gained so much territory because we've been singing the same song about, Christians shouldn't get into politics. Christians shouldn't get into that. Christians shouldn't get into this. Not realizing in America, persecution is going to come from legislation. Mm-hmm. Period. So we're sitting at home twiddling our thumbs, and we're giving our children's security of their future away. We're headed towards communism, and COVID-19 has proven just how close we are to getting there, just how bold these liberals are. It's okay. It seemed like they just wanted to be liberal and free for all. Yeah. But COVID-19 showed who they really were. It pulled their card, what they're really willing to do. We're talking about vaccines. They're talking about mandating this and mandating that. You can't even, in Massachusetts alone, you can't even go outside without a mask on. So you're going to violate my First Amendment and tell me that I have to wear a mask? It's clear as day the type of control they're trying to take. So you, after COVID-19, you still think it's okay to sit alone and waste time? It is your fault.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you because I explained to people before this. It's a progressive movement, right? It's like first you let this in, then you let this in, and all of a sudden there's no more Boy Scouts. It's you go from.
They're gonna take a yard every time.
Right.
They have an agenda
Yep.
and they're working towards it while we're still sitting home, twiddling our thumbs and praying, woe is he to Jesus. No.
That's right.
Unacceptable.
That's right. Yeah, it's a dangerous progressive movement. Right? So I'm 100% with you. Okay, let's see. Let me check my list. Is there anything that? Okay, I guess those are all the questions I have for now. Written down. Is there anything that that you would want me to ask you about that you kind of have a nice for when people watch, they go, oh shit, I like this girl.
Well, if I had, dang, that's a good question because I never really think about what questions I want asked of me.
There's like a wheelhouse, like someone like asks a question, you could be like, whoa, boom.
Yeah, take advantage. Ask about the Black community. I'm sure you can come up with some, but ask about my views on the Black community, my views on, the systematic oppression. Ask about white supremacy. Ask those. I feel like I want you to ask those questions that you've always wanted to ask a Black person.
Okay.
That you probably are comfortable asking. I want you to ask those questions. Just go for them. I like hard questions. I like challenging questions. I don't even want you to, push come to shove, I don't want you to interview me as if you're even my friend. Even though we're on the same team, I want you to interview me as if you're talking to a liberal. Just give it to me.
Right. Well, I do want to push you on, because you said, Black, you were talking about Black issues when I came up to you. And you know how it is, like I'm supposed to be a racist just because I support Trump, and I'm not, but that's how I'm portrayed. Just so it would be interesting to even, and then you can kind of just give into like, you should talk about the issues in the Black community that Trump has helped you with, and what he has done for you. I'd love to hear that. I do. So can I just ask it simply like that? Like, I'm trying to formulate in the right way. It's like, what has Trump done for the Black community that makes you, proud to stand up with a microphone and say, Trump's my guy. Trump's the leader in this. He's, what has he done? That's where you'll be challenged, right? I'm not going to get challenged.
Yeah.
I'm not, you are.
Yeah, I think, and let me know if I'm over. Let me know if I'm intruding. Or I think your best bet, because you are. Okay, how can I say this? I think even in your delivery of asking the question, kind of ask it as if you're being very dry or if you're being very attacked, like ask the questions that people would think, oh, is he trying to challenge her? I think that would make it really interesting because I'm a Black conservative, you're a white conservative, and then it'll give it that give to, you know what I mean? But those are the type of questions, like, you're a Black woman, why are you supporting a white president?
All right.
You know what I mean? It's challenging, but it's a good question because it's like, you know what? This is why I'm supporting a white president, because a white president has done more than the Black president could have ever done. And the only reason why Obama ever even got into office is because he was Black. Let's keep it 100. Yeah. People voted for him because he was Black. He even had white people vote for him because America was so desperate to prove that they weren't racist that they were willing to vote for a Black guy who was literally the worst president to ever enter the White House. He's a staunch Muslim, okay? He single-handedly disarmed our country, okay? He gave more power he gave $750 million
to the Iranians.
First of all, Hillary Clinton was selling our uranium to the Russians. That's why if we go to war right now, the Russians are more powerful than we are. They've been trying to disarm our military because they know once we disarm their military, we can take over the USA. What happened? My cousin's crying. My little cousin's crying. She those tantrums. But anyway, so sorry about that.
No, yeah.
But anyway, so it's just so much. When we look at color, we'll disarm ourselves. We'll play ourselves because we've been doing Al Sharpton. All of these people that we've been pushing to allow to be our voice, we have not checked the receipts. We have not looked at their integrity. We looked at their color. And these people have used their color as a weight and has really just sewn us out as to where you have some white politicians or some white people who genuinely love people. They don't care about color. So this divide between, okay, he's white, he won't understand what the black people are going through, he won't understand the black community, that's not true. And Trump has proven that. Mind you, when Obama, first of all, let's keep it 100. Obama, the only thing he has in common with the black community is that he wasn't raised by his dad, okay? Obama has a white mother. Okay, he was raised in Hawaii. Homie was raised surfboard. He wasn't on the block, getting shot, selling crack. Homie was raised in Hawaii. He went to an Ivy League college. This is an educated, basically black white boy. Okay, as with Trump, though he grew up with money, homeboy got receipts. He got pictures with Tupac. He got pictures with Ali and Mike Tyson. I mean, he was in Bobby Brown's video On Your Own, for God's sake. So Trump been hood, been get money, been around the corner. Okay. Yeah. Only difference is now he's president, and because he's not fitting that mold that the liberals want him to fit, he's not with the agenda that they have. Because had they had it their way, they would have had a black president who federally legalized gay marriage, amongst a lot of other things he did. Then you would have had Hillary, a staunch feminist and a witch, but will do your own research, staunch feminist who would have brought that agenda, and then next thing you know, we would have had a gay president, and it would have fit the agenda that they needed to take over the USA. And Trump stopped it. He was the wall that protected our people and protected especially Christians, and it had nothing to do with color. White, yes, but he got culture in, okay? Period.
Oh man. Let me ask you. You mentioned something there about the witches and stuff. Are you alluding to like alternate dimensions and things like that along different frequencies and things like that, possibly with this?
Well, but my Bible tells me that this is not a war of flesh and blood, but this is a war of spiritual principalities and high places. So as a Christian, I believe 100% that we're not just never dealing with the flesh. There's always going to be a spiritual realm.
Okay. So you believe in and applying your knowledge to your beliefs in the Bible and all. So that I'm into that higher energy thing, right? Like I'm at a higher energy, and like most people are just in the low. And if someone who's a higher, like you're a high energy person, right? Not just physically, but like people walk in the room and we can see like this is someone I just go to. I'm sure you noticed that about you. You know, you're operating on a higher frequency, and then they say that the world is you know just blah, and with the screens and the not the enlightened thinking, you know, it's just go to work, live, die, repeat, you know. So, you know, some people are suggesting that this is a spiritual awakening, that it's going to be, you know, the sheep are people are waking up from this, you know, people are waking up from just watching the TV and they're coming out into the streets. But as a totality, like that is actually what's going on here. COVID be damned, Trump be damned, you know, some sort of like new world order, some new power back to the people kind of thing. How do you feel about that? What would you say to those people?
Well, I believe COVID-19 was I believe, this is me, I believe that COVID-19 was a demonic attack on the world. And I believe that God used COVID-19 to expose a lot of things. And this is why. Usually, like you said, people are one-dimensional. They get up, they go to work, they entertain social media here and there, they come home, they go to sleep, they do the same thing over and over again. So all they have known to do is pay attention to how they make their money so that they can pay their bills to make it to the next day. Okay? But with the whole world shutting down, everybody had the opportunity to sit and actually see what's going on. You know, we got to see Trump and how he moved. You know, he did a conference every day during this shutdown. You were able to really see him for who he was. There was an opportunity to not just get clips and sound bites, but to hear him speak and hear him address things. And people got an opportunity to use common sense. It's one thing when you're giving fake news to people, but it's really not affecting them directly. As to where the whole world was shut down, everybody got front row seats. Everybody was affected by this directly,
or at least had a choice to. At least had a choice to pay attention. Yeah.
everybody had an opportunity to pay attention, and more than you may have boom, in New York, you may have a lot of business owners who are liberals, who independent, conservative as far as values, but maybe certain mentally they just stuck with being liberal. But with your businesses shut down, your whole livelihood at stake.
Yeah, the almighty dollar kind of. You got to start paying attention.
Your eyes are opening now. People are talking about vaccines. People are talking about you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this unless you do A, B, C, and D. So people are waking up and realizing a lot of my rights are trying to be snatched right up under my feet. And so, is this a spiritual movement as well? Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So, do I think this was a wake-up call for God's church to mobilize and to stop playing, and for people who have been kind of just living day by day and not really thinking about their decisions, waking up? Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I know that even I'm religious and spiritual and confirmed and all that jazz. I haven't been to church for years, but I know on Sunday nights we would put the TV on and watch our local church, which I've never been to. It was just like part of our network, and I talked to many other people who it kind of just worked into your life on this naturally, which was cool to see. And I know that I'm not a devout Christian or anything, but I do know that anytime that I'm hurting really bad or I'm really scared, I know that I do always pray to God, so however you want to do it. It's always, I never prayed to my television set, or whatever, or anything else but to God. And I don't think anyone else has either.
Yeah.
Deep inside. Okay. Good. If I asked you about vaccines later, would you be cool with that? Do you feel